My name's Esme, and I would like to introduce a friend of mine who's from Mexico. She's actually in New York today, and she is the founder of Monsera Collective. So let me welcome Karla Murguia.
Hi, Esme. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Oh, and thank you so much for being like my virtual tour guide on my recent trip to Mexico.
Well, I hope you enjoy Mexico and all the photos look great.
Yeah, no, absolutely loved it. And that's why it's even more interesting now to find out more about your sustainable brand. Now, I've been to Mexico and seen all the amazing artisans there and the crafts. And I just think it would be so wonderful to hear how you are using all these amazing crafts and bringing it to life in a contemporary brand.
Yes.
So let me first start by asking, like, what is your background and how did you find your brand?
My background comes from international business and the fashion industry. So I worked for several years, first in Mexico City, and then I moved to New York. And after working for several fashion brands in New York City, for major brands like Ralph Lauren, I just saw myself finding this gap between true craftsmanship and luxury and fashion. So the way that I started with Monsera Collective was because I wanted to just build this bridge between craftsmanship and true luxury fashion. So I created Monsera Collective in 2021 after traveling to Oaxaca and Chiapas in Mexico and just finding these amazing women artisans there. And I wanted to just bring alive a brand that it just like relies in true craftsmanship, but also brings sustainability and fair wages for them. Bringing from something that is very traditional, what they actually weave, to, as you mentioned, like something that is more modern and more like elegant looking, very like a quality. It has a lot of quality, but also something that is versatile that you can use anywhere. And that's how I came up with Monsera Collective.
Brilliant. Thank you, Carla.
Thank you.
Right, so my question now, Carla, is what can you tell us about sustainability and how is your brand, you know, we get a lot of people saying the sustainable brands and also you get a lot of people worried about greenwashing. But how is Monsera Collective sustainable?
Well, one of the main things when I started with my brand, I didn't want to just fall into this greenwashing thing and just kind of just saying that my brand was a fair, like a ethical brand and also sustainable. So I make sure that everything that we do right now is 100% woven. So that means that all these artisans that they're actually woven these fabrics, they do it with not using any electricity. So all this is very ancestral ways that they do it. When they're literally just putting their backstrap loom, which is a loom that they attach to their waist, and they put it in a pole or they put it in a tree. And for them, it's a social thing that they do every day. So this is a very sustainable because they're not using any electricity, and the water that they use to just pre-wash the yarns, they reuse it in the backyard just to be watering the plants or watering like a vegetable that they're growing. Also, for some like a home things that they're doing. So our also focus in Monsera Collective is being a slow fashion brand. So we don't overproduce. We rather to produce a minimum, like a small quantities of each item that we have. And if we have to produce something that is more like a something that is like a bigger size or something different, we rather to do pre-orders. So where we try to minimize the waste in our production. And also one something that is very important is all the cotton that we have is certified. And all the right now we're gonna start working also with linen, which is also has some certifications. So everything that we're getting, like all these yarns, they are certified that they come in a very raw material. So we get the raw material as a cotton, And then our artisans, they natural dye the cotton with either spices or like a cocoa because they have a lot of cocoa. They actually
Wow.
harvest their own cocoa in Chiapas and in Oaxaca. So they use their flowers as well to bring all these vibrant colors that you see. Also, they use indigo to have the blue color, cochinilla, which is the red. So they just like to mix and everything that they do. They bring it from their literally the nature that is around there. Like after Day of the Dead, is something that we use a lot is the marigold, right? So because it's a, something, it's a flower that for us represents that is life after death. And after November, they start actually using all those flowers to just bring that color. And then you start seeing all these like a brownish or yellowish uh, yarns that they can start creating new items. So we make sure to use natural dyes, cotton that is certified. And also the other thing is we are sustainable with the way that we work with them because they set their own prices, they set their own schedule, and they all work from their own homes. So this is a sustainable way also for them because while they're working and making some money on the side to also help their families, they're also working on their own households and everything. So they're not going anywhere. They're working from there.
Wow, that's so interesting. And it's lovely to see the story behind some of the textiles in your collection. Thank you, Karla.
Thank you, man.
Um, so what is it you want to achieve now for Monsera Collective?
Well, I want to create a very strong brand identity with Monsera to have these designs that you can actually just you can recognize wherever you go. But also, most importantly for me, is to recognize all this work that is behind each item because each item has a lot of story behind it. It takes 3 to 4 weeks to just make one item. So it's like a lot of stories that you just don't see it out there anymore. Like many people just talk about handmade things or there's craftsmanship, but it's really truly like a something that they made as a craftsmanship. Like, you know, like I'm trying to just preserve all these techniques. I wanted to just like bring my brand out there to the world to recognize all these techniques that they're still using in my country, but also preserving and doing something that is modern, that is versatile, that is like elegant, and you can use it anywhere. So I'm just trying to just bring that life with just having like a true luxury brand that is not just as an exclusivity. It is more about what is the purpose and the meaning behind each item that you're wearing.
Wow. Thanks, Karla. Um, so I'm sure everyone who's watching this will really want to know where can they see their products? Where can they see your products?
Well, right now we have our online, so I will just give you all the link there so they
Yeah.
can find us. But we have it online, obviously, like you know, like a social media, Instagram, but also we are in some exclusive boutiques, resorts alongside in Mexico. We are also in United States, and in we are in 2 boutiques in London, and we hopefully we're gonna start expanding soon to other countries because that's the purpose of the brand. It's just to expand to different countries to just bring all these like live brand full of purpose and love. So yeah, so we are in we curate where we actually are. Like we are very focused in the other partnerships that we have. They have the same vision. They have the same like you know bringing clothes or bringing brands with to their stores that they actually have that more sustainable focus, more ethical focus, and more like a handmade focus. So we like to be in those boutiques. So we are in some boutiques alongside at the Mexico, United States, and London, but also in our website right now.
Brilliant. Thanks, Karla.
Thank you.
Um, I think that's all our questions. It is. Thanks so much. No, one final question. If any buyers want to stock your product, like where can they come and find you?
Well, the easiest way to find me is either Instagram because I'm always there trying to just like bring all the boys out there for Montserrat, but also our website. I always feel like also we are very open just to create new items and do like a made to orders. We do a lot of that. We change a lot of colors or just like measurements and everything. So we always accommodate whatever our clients wants to do. We are happy just for them to also something that we were talking about sustainability. We try to not do a lot of the sizes because we'd rather to have something and then we accommodate it as when the clients say I wanted to do it like this or like that. We'd rather to do that just having something that is going to be as a waste. You never know if you're actually going to sell it, and that has been working great because also people and our clients, I think they value the uniqueness of our items. They know that out there, no one else is going to have the same dress or whatever because they know that we have that dress that they can just change the colors. So they love that. They love the uniqueness. They love to carry those items with pride. So you can find me on Instagram or my website.
Oh, thank you, Karla. And what is your Instagram and website?
My Instagram is Montserrat Collective.
Yeah.
And my website is www.montserratcollective.com.
Oh, thank you so much, Karla. It's been wonderful talking to you. And I do hope that on my next trip to Mexico, we'll both be there at the same time.
Yes, please. I would love to have you there. I would love to have you and would love to bring you with all the artisans that I work right now with. Just you fall in love with all the process. It's something very unique. Like I can never stop learning from everything that they can actually make. It's just amazing.
Wow. Because actually, I didn't go to Oaxaca. I've kind of saved it for when you're there.
Yes, yes. You will fall in love with all the process, especially because I know you are very into natural dyes.
Yeah.
So it's just amazing just to see just the colors that they just can bring with when they combine two different spices, like a chili with indigo, and they just create something that is like a purplish. Like as
Yeah.
I say, like for example, right now what I'm wearing, this is like a natural dye, and then when they start bringing all these colors, and then they have the germs and they are able to just mix and match when they are on the weaving on the loom. So it's
Wow.
just amazing. It's beautiful what they can make.
Great. Oh, that sounds lovely. And when will you next be in Mexico in case I can time my trip?
I will be there for sure, probably August, September. But
Wow.
I also wanna. I mean, I go twice per year to just working with the artisans and everything.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm actually gonna be there in 3 more weeks to work with the summer collection that we're working out with the new linen. We're doing some hand embroidery there, which we haven't done it before.
Wow.
So that's gonna be great. That's gonna be a good new twist to our brand and just bringing more freshness to everything that we're doing.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing all like the photographs of all that natural dyeing from the beetles and the chilies and the marigolds. I hope that you'll share some of those with us.
I will share it with you.
All right, well, thanks, Carla. It's been wonderful talking to you. And thank you for sharing, the journey of your brand. And we'll be following you.
Perfect. Thank you, Esme. Thank you for
Thank
everything.
thank you. I'll stop the recording. Stop.